All right, so you can just close your eyes, take a minute to relax. Take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice and easy. So initially, just let your body completely relax. You can lay any way that's comfortable for you. It's just about releasing tension. Reminder, you're muted. You can play whatever music you want. It can be as loud as you want. Nobody else can hear. So feel free to stream some music if you like. So we're still breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Whenever you're ready, start to think about using that breath to activate your core muscles. So remember, chest to pelvis, front, back, right, left. And as you inhale, all of it opens up. And then as you exhale, all of it pulls in, like you're really trying to give that spine a big bear hug, a squeeze, not a gentle hug. Keeping that active core breath going. If you're not already there, just bend your knees. Place your feet flat on the floor, about hip bone or sitting bone distance apart. And just a few times, we're going to rock through cat-cow so that we can get that neutral middle ground. So on the inhale, you drop your tailbone toward the floor, lift your ribs up toward the ceiling, little arch. And on the exhale, low back pushes into the floor, base of the pelvis tips up, rounding the spine. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you round. Using this to create a little bit of release in your back and in your hips. And also just reminding ourselves, other than right now, we're not going to go back to this arch. This is the last time we're going to see it. The C curve we might go back to from time to time. So let's go one more time through each. Inhaling to arch and exhaling to round. And then just see if you can find that middle ground, that nice neutral. Pelvis and rib cage touch the floor. Low back has that natural inward curve, as does the neck. And we're going to inhale here. And on the exhale, go through C curve up into bridge. Inhale, find length at the top of your bridge. And then exhale, go through C curve to bring it down. Find your neutral as you inhale. And then exhale, roll it up through C curve. Inhale, find your neutral at the top. And then exhale, roll it down 2 more times, making sure you pause in that neutral as you breathe in. And then you go through that C curve to go either up or down. You can always change the distance between feet and hips. If you notice your knees are feeling a little bit more feeling more uncomfortable, not more. I don't know why I keep saying that. Let's do one more bridge so I can catch up with my brain. Hopefully your knees aren't feeling uncomfortable at all. Let's come down out of this last bridge. We're going to take an inhale neutral. Exhale, we're going to roll it up and hold the bridge. Take a moment, distribute the weight between the heels and the base of the shoulder, and then find a little pulse of the hips up toward the ceiling. Tiny little up and squeeze. Pushing the heels into the floor, keeping that spine nice and long, and just breathing nice and easy. You can inhale 2 pulses, exhale 2 pulses. We can take a quick little exhale with every up. And we're gonna go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more pulses. And then we're gonna hold it at the top. And you're gonna take your right leg, option only, and lift it up into tabletop. And then you're just gonna put it straight back down on the floor. Left leg is gonna come up to tabletop. And then it goes straight back to the floor. So we're just gonna exhale as we lift the leg, engage the core. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift, pressing the hips toward the ceiling. Inhale, lower. If you didn't want to lift one foot up off the floor, you could just lift and lower out of bridge, keeping the torso in neutral. So we're going to do just a few more rounds of this, pressing the hips up, starting to feel the hamstrings. How about one more time on each side with that march, or just lifting and lowering with both feet on the floor. And then we're going to take the right leg up into tabletop, option only, and we're going to hold it there in little tiny pulses of both hips up toward the ceiling. So we're getting straight into the work today. Remember, you could have both feet flat on the floor, doing the pulse there as well. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Hold the hips up. Place the right foot on the floor, lift the left, and little pulses up and squeeze, keeping the hips level. Option to put both feet down on the ground. Breathing as you move. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the hips up, put the foot on the floor. Press both hips up toward the ceiling and just breathe into your core. Inhale, expand. Exhale, big bear hug. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. 2 more deep breaths. Keep pressing those hips up nice and high. 1 more. And then take an inhale at the top and exhale through your C curve to come down. Hug those knees up into the chest, a little rock if you want it. And then bring those feet back to the floor and reestablish that neutral spine. Hands go behind the head, elbows are nice and wide. Take an inhale on the floor. And on the exhale, lift your head and shoulders. Inhale, lower. Exhale, contract your core, and that's what lifts your shoulders off the floor. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And this is more about lifting your shoulder blades off the mat than it is bringing your head forward, yeah? So head stays heavy in the hands, and it actually becomes the weight that the core is lifting. Exhaling as you come up. Inhaling as you lower down. We're just going to do 4 more. Big exhale. 2 more. 1 more. And then bring those knees into the chest. Either rock it up to seated or roll to one side and press up. And if you have the soup cans, the weights, whatever you got, go ahead and grab them. So you're going to take a seated position with your knees bent, feet flexed, and a weight in each hand. And we're going to take the arms out at shoulder height. Start in a nice neutral, up on your sitting bones. Take a breath in. On the exhale, go back using your C curve. Let your lower spine round. Inhale when you come to that point of engagement, and then exhale, come back up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, scoop and hollow as you go back about halfway. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come up. Just 1 more like that. Inhale, tall. Exhale, scoop and hollow. Inhale, hold. And exhale, come up. Next time we're going to hold that scoop and hollow. Inhale. On the exhale, come back. Scoop and hollow, palms are still facing the ceiling. You're gonna sweep the arms out, keeping them in your peripheral, and then bring them together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale, scooping and hollowing into that low belly. If for any reason it bugs your back, there is nothing wrong with doing this in an upright position. It's still gonna work your core. We're gonna do 4 more. Inhaling to open, exhaling to close. We have 2 more. We've got 1 more. And then we get to come all the way up. If you need a quick little release, take it. And then roll back up through your spine. Palms still face the ceiling. Take an inhale. On the exhale, find that C curve. And we're gonna do a little twist. So you're gonna open just your right arm and close. Open just the left arm and close. We have an inhale and an exhale. And an inhale and an exhale. Your hips are staying totally quiet and your torso is twisting. Range of motion is dependent on that ability to keep those hips nice and still. Remember, if it bothers your back, you're gonna get equal benefit by being up nice and tall. We have 2 more sets. One more. And then bring it all the way up, cross the legs or extend them, and just give yourself a little fold forward. You can set the weights aside for a moment and just swing your legs around. We're gonna curl the toes under, come up into a nice easy forward fold. Arms can hang or you can grab opposite elbows. And just take a few deep breaths. Maybe let your torso sway side to side. Releasing those back core muscles. And then come back to center, soften the knees. Use the core in your breathing and very gently roll it up. Let's take the left leg forward and the right leg back. Left arm's over the head, and let's just take a tap forward and a reach back. Tap forward, reach back. If you want a breath pattern, exhale and inhale, exhale, inhale. It's just our warm-up. 3. We have 2 more. Next time, hold your lunge. Press that right heel into the floor and take your torso, you got the wrong arm up. Take your left arm over your head, or right arm, sorry. Side bend to the left. I just made fun of someone, not in a mean way, but for not talking to camera earlier today when I was doing my own workout, and here I just did it to you. So looks like someone might have popped out really quickly. So let's switch sides. Let's take the left leg back, left arm overhead, and let's find that tap and reach, and tap and reach, and exhale and inhale. Good. Keep that going for 4, 3, 2, hold that lunge. Press the back heel toward the floor. Give it a nice little side bend toward the right. Breathing. And then just come up and shake it out. So let's grab hand weights or whatever it is that you're using. Come out into your nice wide second position. So remember, knees and toes pointing in the same direction. Beautiful posture. Let's take an inhale up. And on the exhale, melt into the hips. Inhale, tall. Exhale, bring it down. Keep that going. I'm just going to move my chair. Good. Good. We have 4 more like this. We have 2 more. 1 more. We're going to hold that plie. Making sure that the knees are right over the heels, standing tall. Let's bring those arms out to the side and then bend, make that goalpost shape. You're gonna take your arms and rotate them, palms down, palms forward, palms down, palms forward. And I want you to think about driving this from your shoulder and your upper back. So it's not moving from your elbow. Keeping that torso nice and still. Let's do 4 more. 2 more. And then you're gonna hold goalpost, and we're gonna come up out of the legs as we press overhead and pull the shoulder blades down the back. Press and pull. Press and pull. When you press overhead, it's slightly out in front of you, so you can see it with your eyes. We don't want to bring it all the way over the head, or it most often will cause us to arch the back. 4, 3, we have 2 more. We're gonna hold it low again in that goalpost, and we're going back to that rotation. Palms down, palms up, palms down, palms up. Moving from the shoulder, from the upper back. You need to shake out your neck. You certainly can. If your legs need a break, feel free to take it. 4, 3, we have 2 more. This time we're gonna hold the palms down position, and as we press forward, we're gonna come out of our legs and then pull back. Press forward, pull back, forward and back. Breath can go either way, so just make sure you keep breathing. And those knees and toes are still tracking. Hands are a little lower than shoulder height. Let's go 4, 3. We have 2 more. 1 more. We're gonna hold that plie. Hands come to the thighs, and it's little pulses. Down an inch through the legs. Pushing those heels into the floor. And just breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 2 more pulses. We're gonna hold it here. Walk those feet in just a little bit if they started to slide out wide. And we're gonna take the arms out, palms face forward. So you're gonna come from second. You're gonna turn to the right and find a lunge. You're gonna come back to second. You're gonna turn to the left and find a lunge. So we have second, lunge, second, lunge. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can always take the arms out of it. We're gonna do 2 more sets. 1 more set. And then we're gonna hold that lunge to the right. Arms are out in front, shoulder height. And we're gonna do bicep curl and lunge. Bicep curl and lunge. If your shoulders are looking for a break, there's no reason those arms can't come to the sides. 3 more. 1 more. Hold that lunge, little pulses, down an inch. This would be an opportunity, if the arms need a break, to take them out of it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold in the legs. Arms do a little pulse. Up an inch, up an inch, up an inch. If your legs need a break, this is a good time to give it to them. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going back to alternating sides. Second, lunge. Second, lunge. Second, lunge. Whew. 2 more sets. Inhale, exhale, one more set. We're gonna hold it to the left in that lunge, and we've got curl and down, curl and down. Exhale, inhale. Again, shoulders asking for a break. Bring it to your sides. Glue your elbows in. Let's go 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold that 90-degree angle bend. Come down into the lunge. Little pulses. Excuse me really quickly while I shake. You keep going unless you need to break. And we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your lunge, and your elbows are going to squeeze in, 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 in. Remember, if you need a break in the legs, good time to take it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up for a quick second. Give everything a shake. And then turn back to this left side. So this time, your front knee is going to be bent, knee right over the heel. Your back leg is long and your back heel is lifted. Find a nice long spine. Palms face each other. And we're just going to start with a hinge forward. Hands stay underneath the shoulders and lift up. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, lift up. Spine stays long, so if you don't go very far, that's okay. Don't want to round over. Push that front heel into the ground. We have 2 more like this. You'll be feeling this in the underside of that front leg. Hold here. You can do 8 more just like that, or you can come into that full warrior 3 hinge. So the back foot comes off the floor, and we inhale forward, exhale up, using that core. Inhale forward, exhale up. Hands just stay underneath the shoulders. The weights are actually performing counterbalance for us. We have 4 more. Pushing into that standing heel. 2 more. We've got 1 more. Come up. Give that left leg a quick little shake. Come back into that first position. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Find that hinge. This time the arms are going to reach back and they're going to pulse. Little ups, little ups, little ups. Lifting from the back of the shoulder and the upper to mid back. Little exhale with the pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more. We're going to take it either in this position or into full warrior 3 hinge, and we're going to find a little flutter, little bend and reach through the elbows. Exhaling with the length. Cute energy if you're in that warrior 3, out through that back leg, out through the top of the head. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Give it a shake. Let's turn to the other side. So you have your right leg forward, left leg back, front knees bent, back legs long, heels up. And we're just going to do that hinge. Inhale forward, exhale up. So even if you know you're going to warrior 3, it's good to start here because it gives us a range of motion with a long spine. And it also helps us find that front heel. So every time you come up, you push that front heel down into the ground, and that activates the underside of your leg. You have 2 more. We're also using the backside of the core and the obliques. Come up. You can stay there, or if you like, you can go into that full warrior 3. Inhale over. exhale up. Inhale over. Exhale up. Remember, those weights are just staying underneath the shoulders, using that core. Not looking at you very much so I don't fall over. Find that fixed point. We have just 2 more. 1 more. And then give that front leg a quick little shake. Come back to that first position. Hinge it over. Sweep those arms back. And then this time they're going to do a little squeeze in toward each other. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Feel those shoulder blades move inward toward the spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can stay in that hinge, or you can come into your full warrior 3. Arms reach back behind you, and we're going back to that flutter through the arms. Little bend and press, bend and press. Breathe strong into that core. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up, shake the leg out. This is a good time for water. I'm just going to give our timer a quick check. And take a deep breath or 2. When you're ready, we're going to set the weights down and we're going to come to our support. Just a quick little blitz as if they haven't already worked for those thighs. So just find your support, one hand on, or you could face it and have both hands. And let's just go for that V position. Heels together, toes and knees slightly angled from the hips. Stand tall, lift those heels, walk them in until they squeeze together. And then slide your spine down that imaginary wall and just find that little pulse. Breathe. So this gives us an opportunity just to focus on legs and core. Let that upper body have a little break because we're going to come back to it in just a moment. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Slow that movement down. Go down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. Remember, it's like you're sliding your whole spine down a wall and up a wall. No bending forward, remaining fully upright. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Now come all the way out. Slide down. Exhale. Inhale. 4 more. Just a quick little recovery for us. 3. Squeeze those legs together as you come up. Last one. I'm just going to angle myself slightly. So come to that starting point. Before we were doing down 1 inch. Now I'm going to invite you to go 1 inch, 2 inches. 1 inch, 2 inches. 1 inch, 2 inches. 1 inch. I have to come all the way out. Keep going. 1 inch, 2 inch. 1, 2. 1, 2. Just 2 more times. If you need to come all the way out like me, down and down and up, halfway and down and up. Let's hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and shake the legs out. You can get rid of your support. We didn't use it very much today. And we're coming down to the floor. So we're going to do a little Pilates push-up. So your hands are shoulder distance apart, middle fingers pointing straight ahead. If you were with me on Tuesday morning, you remember this one. So you can either be on your knees, which is where I'm going to stay because I don't have a lot of range of motion, or you can be up on the balls of the feet, full plank. Wherever you are, it's a plank pose. And you're going to bend your elbows sliding them towards your waist, and then you're going to push back up. So we have an inhale down and an exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Range of motion, totally dependent on your body. It could be an inch, down and up. It can be deep. It just depends on what your body can do. You want to keep the shoulders away from the ears and the elbows going straight back. 2 more. 1 more. I need a quick shift. If you need it to, take it or stay in plank. And then we're going to come down to our low point, whether it's just an inch or it's way down in that hover and it's little pulses. Up an inch, up an inch, up an inch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Press up. You can stay in your plank or like me, take a quick shift. And then we're going to find a hover in which to hold. So again, it could be just an inch. It could be down deep. I'm going for that inch. And we're going to hold and breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, child's pose. Bring those arms out in front. Take a deep breath or 2. And then use your core, gently roll it up and swing those legs around in front of you. This is our last little bit of polish work. So you remember from reverse plank work, the way to get there properly is to make these little L's with your hands, bring them straight out, and then just simply sweep them back. So your thumbs are pointing toward the wall in front of you. Your fingers are angled off toward the front corners. And we're going to roll the shoulders back and walk the feet in. So we're starting with the arms. You're going to soften your elbows, and then you're going to press up. Inhale, soften. Exhale, press. Remember not to round, but to keep that chest open. We're just going to do 2 more like this, and then I'm going to have you change it up if you want to. We have 1 more. Now, you could stick with that, or you can give your hips a little hover, making sure your shoulders are right over your wrists, and we're going back into the elbows. Bend down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. So the only reason my hips are moving is because my elbows are bending and straightening. I'm not dropping my hips. Let's do 4 more. 3. We have 2 more. And then you're going to hold the arms long. And now we are going to lift the hips. We're going to press the hips up, squeeze the seat, and then lower to a hover. Exhale, press and squeeze. Inhale, hover. You'll still feel it in your arms. Exhale, press and squeeze. If for any reason your arms need a break or you don't love this, you could go back to bridge and just lift and lower. We're doing 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Sit the hips all the way on the floor. Roll those shoulders back, chest open, and again, bend your elbows and press. Bend and press. 2 with the hips on. Option to stay or to give it back to that hover and bend and press. Inhale, exhale. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Now, as we lift the hips, we have the option to lift a leg and set it down. Lift a leg and set it down. If you want to, go back to that bridge that we did right at the beginning of class. Exhale, press the hips up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. If you want to lift the leg all the way to the ceiling to help you get those hips up there, awesome. We have just 1 more set. And release. Go ahead and just find a comfortable cross-legged position and just bring your arms out in front of you. Place your fingers, flip your palms, and just round your upper to mid back. Press the heels of the hands forward. Let the back and the back of the arm. Get a nice stretch. We're going to go ahead and give the torso a little twist to the left, pushing the heel of the right hand toward the corner. And just breathing here, you'll get a deeper stretch on that right side. And then twisting the opposite way, so you're twisting to the right, pushing the heel of the left hand toward the corner. And then just come to the center and press forward one more time, really letting those shoulder blades draw apart. Release the hands, open it up. So hands are reaching behind you, chest opens, front of the shoulder opens. Breathe. You feel like it, you know your options. You can drop your palms to the floor, soften your elbows, press the chest through the shoulders, or you can lace as long as the heels of the hands come together. We'll just take 2 or 3 more deep breaths here, opening up that front body. Go ahead and bring it up. We're going to come to all fours. And we're just going to do a few rounds of cat-cow. So wrists under the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. Inhale, nice arc. Exhale, round. Inhale, arc. Exhale, round. Let this be a nice stretch. So if you want to go a little deeper, as you round, you can push away from the ground and really focus on your shoulder blades coming apart. And then as you arch, you can soften your elbows and really press your chest through between the shoulders. Just an option. Let's go through each pose one more time. And then let's just find that neutral. We're just going to step the right foot forward, curl the toes of the left foot back under you, and walk that left leg behind. Hips come forward so you get a nice stretch in the front of that left hip. Front knees over the heel. You can, if you want to, you can take this front leg and you can walk it out a little bit. Bring both hands to the inside of that front leg and then just really think about pressing that left hip forward, if that works for you. And then if you did walk the right leg out, walk it back in so it's in line. And if you like, curl the left heel towards your hip. Just an option. I, as you know, can't do this one, but if you can, take your right hand behind you, find your left foot, and draw it in. Good. And then when you're ready, take that back foot down, scoot the back leg in so the knee sits right underneath the hip, and then extend your front leg, bringing your hands under your shoulders, and press your toes toward the floor. So normally we go straight up into a flex, but give yourself a moment to press the toes down and it'll stretch the front of that lower leg. At the same time, really reach your tailbone back behind you. Try to find as much length in your spine as you can. And now you can go ahead and flex that front foot if you want to. And you could always come up a little bit on, I just happen to have, maybe someone can educate me on whether this is a sofa or a couch. I honestly don't know, but whichever it is, I can put my hand on it. You can use a chair, a bed. And then let's switch sides. So we have left leg forward, right leg back. You're gonna melt those hips forward, but you want that front knee to sit over the heel. And Just breathe. Remember, if you want to, you can take this front leg, walk it out to the side a little bit. Both hands come inside. And then that right hip can press down a little lower. You might also get a nice stretch in the left leg as well. Go ahead and walk that left leg back in. Curl the right heel toward the hip. If you have the ability, it would be your left hand going back to find the right foot and draw it in. And go ahead and release that back leg. Scoot it in so your knee is sitting right underneath your hip. Shoot your tailbone back behind you. Extend the front leg. It doesn't have to be straight, just long enough for you to feel the underside of the leg stretch. And then push those toes toward the floor. Hands are right underneath your shoulders, or again, you could come up slightly on the support. Go ahead and take this front foot, draw it up into a flex. Sometimes I like the support just because it really allows me to tip my tailbone up a little bit. There's no way it'll arch in a position like this. But if you tip up, it pulls it higher in the hamstring. And then go ahead and just come on down. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Hands underneath the ankles, sit up nice and tall, and then just hinge. I'll show you hinge in this position for most of us, very minuscule without rounding the back. So take a minute just to hinge. Breathe into your hips. And then fold forward. Alters the stretch slightly, the long spine versus the released spine. Breathe. Let yourself get really nice and heavy here. Use your core, use your breathing, gently roll it up. Find a comfortable seated position. And just 4 times, we're gonna roll the shoulders. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. You can close your eyes. More shoulder rolls. And then we're gonna finish with 4 deep breaths. On the inhale, your arms are gonna come forward and over your head. And then on the exhale, reach back, open that chest one more time. Inhale forward and up. Exhale, reach and open. Zip up that lower core. Take one more big breath all together. All right, we are done. Let me come unmute. And I hope you guys, since this is our biggest class thus far, will indulge me in a quick photo, because I really hope to get more and more people